Give me a second, I don't know why I'm over here. Alright, we are live! Welcome to a Lister's channel. I am a person who goes by the name Listers. And today we are playing the expression Amrilato, a game which is here to teach me, where we get isekai'd into pink sky isekai, and we have to learn the language of the place where we have gone. After if you've not seen so far, basically we ate a drugged, probably drugged, Svegan fish thing. Can't remember what it's called. Taiyaki. And we got isekai'd to this world where the sky is pink at all times, so nobody knows what Svegan time it is. And now, our main character, Rin, has they have now found out she speaks Japanese, right? And now we've got to go into the world and learn whatever the Smeg, how the Smeg to talk to other people. There was something I had learned to do instinctually every time I woke up. 6:30, yeah. It was really hard to tell one day from the next. Yeah, that sounds about right. To be honest, it's hard enough without Svegan having to learn that.
Bonan Matenon, Lin.
Bonan Matenon, Rin.
Bonan Matenon.
Oh yeah, Bonan Matenon. Our exchanging of words come to mark the start of the day. Like just now I'd responded to Ruko without even thinking. We actually communicated? One odd thing I think, just out of just one thing I've noticed, right? There are separate words in Esperanto for Matenon. Right, well this makes a morning in this in this. It's like, how did they come up with the concept of morning if the sky's pink all the time? Not even sure when I'd memorised it from the printouts. I mean, when you start the day off with Bonan Matenon, and then a person comes up to you and says, Bonan Matenon, I think it makes sense to say Bonan Matenon. I mean, sure, there are languages where that's not the case. For example, Smegan... Smegan Salam Alaikum, where you reply Alaikum Salam. But Smegan, most places it's Smegan, good morning, yeah. At least a greeting should be responded to in kind. Bona preceded Matino, Tago, and Vespero. Which is also odd. How the Sveg do they know what an evening is? The sky doesn't go dark. What the Sveg's in the evening? Even coming to terms with the fact that a clock has like 1:12 and then a second 12, surely that would result in a matinal being the AM and Vespero being the PM. You know what the Sveg's a Tago. Putting the at the end of each one made Bonan Matenon. Bona Tago. Bona Tago equals Bonan Tagon. Good afternoon. Good day and have a nice day. Bona plus and Vespero, evening or night, plus equals Bonan Vesperon. Good evening. There was supposedly some kind of logic behind their construction. But for now, I didn't care about logic. I was just okay being understood.
あ、そういえば、OK ってこっちでは奥になるんだった。
Well, that's right. Here, okay means eight, ok. The letter K here kind of looked like a K, but kind of didn't. But what if it was pronounced the same, like okay instead of ok? I would mean okay, fine. But the other person would only hear 8! And probably wonder something like, where did 8 come from all of a sudden? In a similar vein, everything I said up to this point would have been misunderstood, and it's possible Ruka and I never would have established communication.
リン、まだ眠い？
Ren, still sleepy.
ああ、そんなことないよ。今日の目覚めはすごく快適だったし、眠いじゃなくて快適は、ボンネとかでいいのかな？
No, not at all. I didn't have any trouble getting up to the, me. I mean, I'm not sleepy. Fine as I'm bonny. It should be enough, right? I wanted to keep things precise, but a rambling stream of words spilled out my mouth. If I could just learn the words to get by in day-to-day life, I might be able to broaden my range of expression a little.
ことの葉、勉強する？
Expression, study now? Kotonoha. That is one of the words in the game's name.
ことの葉？あ、言葉ね。
Kotonoha? Oh, kotoba.
ホディア。
Hodiao, today.
休み、学校。
Oh, school holiday. We study together.
二人で勉強する？
I believe Hodiao does mean today.
あれ、ルカ、今日も？もしかして祝日か何かなの？
Is it a public holiday or is it a Saturday? Oops, crap. I accidentally clicked off the screen. She nodded without saying a word, taking a notebook out of her bag and opening it. In it were a ton of Juliamo words. Juliamo being the language spoken in the game.
キヤ？キエ？キヨ？
Well, at least these are consistent and mean different things.
キヤ？キヨン？キヤ？
She's only halfway through it.
キエ？キエス。キヤはどんな？で、キエはどこ？で、キヨは。
Right, okay. Immediately overwhelmed. So, Kia, what kind? So, Kia, where? Kyo, what? Kyu, who, or which apparently. Those are both the same. How? Who and which? Kyu estas. I'm just Svegan equating it to sign language here. Kyu, kiam, when? Kiam, kiom, kiel, 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 and kies. Okay. Chances are she's going to explain these to me right now.
待って、先にちょっと見せてもらえる？
Yeah, can you let me look at it a little first? Some people, I know this has been disproven, but I still remember a long time ago hearing that some people learn by reading and some people learn by speaking. And to be honest, the best way to learn is a mixture of all three. Speaking, reading, and doing. I would say read first, then speak, and then do to try and create a mnemonic. I stopped Ruka in the middle of her explanation and took the notebook from her, confirming each of the words as I followed them with a finger. Looked like there were 9 words, starting with ki, but they were all so similar. They were all so similar that it seemed really hard.
もう少しこうハードルが低いものを暗記したいかなって。
I wonder if I could memorize something a little less difficult. You know, you asked, hey, I need the stuff for daily life. This is the stuff for daily life.
暗記パルケーリ
Memorize parkeri. What? Wasn't clear how she'd interpreted my words, but Ruka smiled and opened the notebook to a different page, where she had several cards prepared. Pan. On one of the flashcards was his drawing of a frying pan.
リン選ぶウォルトンカイミモントロスイルストラジョン
Vin choose Vorton, Kai me Montros Illustrajon. I don't know what that means. Me choose.
ウォルトンって何電気ビリビリ
Vorton is like being electrocuted. Sounding like some kind of attack. Like, take this, Thunder Vorton!
ウォルリ
Oops.
ウォルト単語
Ah.
イルストラジョは絵です
Vorto is word. Illustrajo is drawing. Right. I mean, I guessed Illustrajo. I looked between the drawings and the notebook she was holding out.
ウォルトが単語でイルストラジョが私が単語を選ぶとその絵をルカが見せる
Vorto is word, and Illustrajo is drawing. Oh, I pick a word and you show me the drawing. She nodded with a smile, and I gave her a nod in response. Didn't have any other choice at this point. Or so I thought.
ねえルカ勉強の前にご飯が食べたいかなみたいな
Hey, Rodrika, before we eat, do you think we could eat, maybe? As we Japanese say, you can't fight on an empty stomach. I don't know if that's a Japanese expression. There's probably something similar.
Bonvolu electi vorton
Please select a word. Sorry, electi just looks so much like select that I'm like, yeah. So, pato.
パートいざという時には武器になるフライパンだ
Rin's been playing Project Zomboid, I see. Pato. Kui poto.
クイルポート
Queer poto.
クイルポート
Queer poto. Queer poto. Queer pot. Queer poto. Queer poto. Holy smeg, that's actually quite hard to say. Queer poto.
クイルトランチーロ
Queer tranquillo. Queer tranquillo. That is... But it's a knife! Queer tranquillo. Why is it so complicated for the word knife? Does any language have such a complicated word for the word knife? Queer tranquillo.
クイルって何か共通の意味があるのかな
I presume it means kitchen. Queer tranquillo. What's tranquillo?
ト
Butter
ラン
knife?
チーロトランチーロ
So a butter knife is tranquillo. So queer tranquillo, I assume, is a kitchen knife.
フォルコ
Forco!
フォルコ
If you remember the scene from Alien Resurrection. I think it's Alien Resurrection anyway. Fork. Forco.
クレーロクレーロ
Culero. Culero.
クレーロクレーロ
Culero. I think that's a lot of it for difficulty in Ruka's own language. I'm not sure, because the L there sounds too much like an R for me. I think it's just me not being able to hear properly. Culero.
ハクプラート
Hack plateau.
ハクプラート
Hack plateau. So, what do we call those things? Hack plateaus. Chopping board. Hack plateau. I could be impolite about that.
シュタルボフロ
Stalbovlo.
シュタルボフロ
Stalbovlo. Stalbovlo. Mixing bowl?
リズボフレット
Risbovleto.
リズボ
Rice
フレッ
ball.
ト。
Risbovleto.
おにぎり屋さんが確かリズブレイオだったかな。
Risboleo. The Risboleo is rice ball shop. This is a rice bowl, I think. Risboleo. Risboleto, even?
リズボフレット。
Risbovleto.
リズボフレット。
Bov.
シュタルボフロ。
So I think
シュタルボフロ。
there is the word bov in there, which seems to mean bowl. Some kind of bowl.
リズボフレット。
Risbovleto.
リズボフレット。
Yeah, so Stalbovlo and Risbovleto.
はしよい。
Hashioi.
はしよい。
Oh, that's actually descended from the Japanese word, hashioi.
ほぼそのままだ。それなら箸でいいと思うけど。
Oh, hashi. I wonder how that ended up the case.
カロット。
Karoto. Kakarot.
人参って英語でキャロットだっけ。なんとなく発音似てる。
Karoto.
カロット。カロット。
Karoto. Karoto.
トゥバイロ。トゥバイロ。
Tobilo. Spring onion. Tobilo. So I gotta remember that. Tobilo is swinging. Tobilo. Spring onion. My thing. Tobilo. What's
ヤパンブラシコ。ヤパンブラシコ。
Japanese brassica, okay? Swinging Japan Persico.
ヤパン。ジャパン？日本製ってこと？
Japan Persico.
ゼーポ。
Seppo.
Seppo.
Seppo. Ingen. Seppo. I'm not going to remember any of these. Japan
Japan
Brasico.
Brasico.
Japan
ヤ
Presico.
パンブラシコ。
Japan Brasico. Japan Brasico. Japan Brasico. I don't know why I'm trying to say Japan Prasico. Japan Brasico.
ブラシコ。
And Brasico is just
ブラ
saying.
シコ。
I don't know if that's a lettuce or a cabbage. I don't know the difference anyway.
さっきのが臭いからヤパンが消えるとキャベツなんだ。
Brasico is cabbage then, right? Lactuco. I assume that's milk. Nope. Lettuce.
ラクトゥコ。ラクトゥコ。
Lactuco. So that's a lettuce. So Brasico is cabbage. Lactuco is lettuce. Right. That makes sense. Lactuco. So if I were to make... Well, actually I'll do the next one because that's one of the ingredients.
トマト。トマト。
Tomato. Yep.
トマトはトマトなんだ。おしゃれ読み？
Yeah, just the tonality is different. So, if I got Lactuco, Tomato, and Seppo, and I put it in a wrap, I could make swinging as well as some. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure I could crump for.
テルポーモ。
Terpomo!
テルポーモ。じゃがい
Terpomo!
もとかじゃないんだ。
Yeah. Ground apple, Terpomo! Swinging. Builder of this swinging. Builder of my nation and the nations around me. You know, the Terpomo.
スケロ。
Sugero, sweet,
スケロ
sweet.
です。甘い？甘い粉の山。じゃあお砂糖のことだ。
Sugero, a pile of white powder.
サーロ。サーロです。塩か。絵だとスケロと見分けが。
So Sugero, sugar, and Salo is salty. Let's see if I can remember any of these. Pato is frying pan. Kui Cuir poto is swinging cooking pot. Cuir trancillo is kitchen knife, and trancillo is butter knife. I believe cuir is kitchen specifically. Trancillo is butter knife. Forco is fork. Culero is spoon, and I'm going to double check my pronunciation there. Culero. Yep, culero is spoon. Hack plato is chopping board. Stalbovlo yeah. Yeah, Stalbovlo is cooking pot, not cooking pot. Metal bowl in which you mix stuff, mixing bowl, right? And her ris bovletto is a rice bowl. Hashioi was chopsticks, same as in Japanese roughly. Karoto is carrot. I don't remember what this is. Tubailo. Spring onion. It's like, it's my thing. Tubailo. Spring onion, tubailo. It's my swinging thing. I'm wearing it on the top of my swinging head right now. It's a tubailo. Right. And seppo is onion. I'll double check my pronunciation. Seppo. Japan Brasil. Japan Brasilo. Japan Brasico. And then Brasico is cabbage, right? Lactuco is lettuce, tomato is tomato, terpomo is potato, sucero is sweet, and salo is salty.
Dextro. Migi desu. Maldextro.
Dextro
Hitari
is right.
desu.
Because dextrous.
Migi no
Maldextro
handai
is...
dakara mal to dextro de hitari.
Now, this is one of the criticisms that people often have of Esperanto, right? They will look at this bit, right? You know what I'm saying? You got right, and you got left. And so, right is dextro, and left is maldextro, right? So you don't need more than one word to have two concepts. It makes the language simpler. But a lot of people say that it's like, no, that's offensive to left-handed people, because the left is considered an inferior version of the right. But that's not what it is. It's simplification. It works, in my opinion. Maldextro, not right, therefore left. And dextro, right. You know, it's fine. It makes sense. It's a lot easier to learn than having to have two different words. And there isn't an alternative to that.
Kiu estas tubailo? Ĉu la dextra aŭ la maldextra?
Kiu estas tubailo? Ĉu la dextra aŭ la maldextra? Which one is tubailo? Is it the right or is it the left? It is the left. And that's my spring onion. Tubailo.
Kiu estas batilo? Ĉu la dextra aŭ la maldextra?
You haven't told me about Tilo yet. Ĉu la dextra aŭ maldextra? Dextra.
Kiu estas Japan Brasiko? Ĉu la dextra aŭ la maldextra?
Kiu estas Japan Brasiko? Ĉu la dextra aŭ la maldextra? That's dextra again.
Kiu estas virpoto? Ĉu la dextra aŭ la maldextra?
Yeah. That's the thing, you can easily concept it in your mind. You've got right, and therefore maldextra is the one that's not right. You can easily link it. It's like again, there is a word for it. It was used in Sherlock, and in Mind Palace. Cuir poto is a dextra because it's a kitchen pot. I think that's what cuir
Kiu
means.
estas tubailo? Ĉu la dextra aŭ la maldextra?
Quio estas tu bailo sulla destra o la maldestra. Once again, dextra, tu bailo, spring onion. You know, the negi. The mighty negi.
Kiu estas quir tranquilo?
Great presenter of
Ĉu
my
la
clan.
Dextra aŭ la maldextra?
Quio estas queer tranquilo, sulla destra au la maldestra. Maldestra this time around. It's queer tranquilo kitchen knife.
Kiu estas ŝtalbovlo? Ĉu la dekstra aŭ la maldextra?
Quio estas stalbovlo, ĉu la dextra au la maldextra.
La maldextra?
Maldextra. Carrot.
Sekva ŝtupo. 新しいことの葉教えます。
Sekva stupo. New words I'll teach you.
Kio estas ĉi tio? は質問使います。意味は何ですか？これです。
Quio estas ĉi tio? What is this? That will be the question. Means what is this?
Bonvolu respondi lin. Kio estas ĉi tio?
Bonvolu. Bonvolu means please. Bonvolu respondi. Please answer then. Quio estas ĉi tio? What is this? Batilo, tomato, hack plato, queer tranquillo or hashoi. That is a queer tranquillo kitchen knife.
どう答えたらいいの？リンのことの葉って。
How am I meant to answer? Weigh your words.
ちなみにユリアーモでは？
And what's that in
ユリ
Juliamo?
アーモはチティオエスタスで
Ah,
答えます。
chi tio estas. In Juliamo, chi tio estas. This thing is.
じゃあチティオエスタスクイルトランチーロ
Chi tio estas queer tranquillo.
トラフェ
Trafe. I don't know what trafe means.
次キオエスタスチティオ
Okay. Let's see for terpomo. I don't even know what that second one is. I believe it says rice bowl. Salt. Or it's probably salt.
ああこれはチティオエスタスサロかな
This is salt, I think. Is there a salt or
よ
sugar?
くできました
Dekimashita.
キオエスタスチティ
Brasico. Curpoto. Batilo. To buy lo. Culero or be. Brasico.
ああこれはチティオエスタスブラシコかな
Chi tio estas Brasico.
褒めて
This is actually it's starting to get challenging, I think.
リン次
This is Terpomo.
ああこれはチティオエスタステルポーモかな
Terpomo.
正解キオエスタスチティ
Tubailo. Japan Brasico, Hack Plato, Tubailo, Pato, or Terpomo. This is Tubailo.
オチ
Negi.
ティオエスタ
Tubailo.
ストゥバイロってどうブネゲ
Negi.
どれかわかる
That's Japan Brasico. Japan Brasico. Stavolo, Culero, Tomato, Batilo. This is Japan Brasico.
チティオエスタスヤパンブラシコってどうすごい
Amazing.
Kio estas ĉi tio?
Square something. Kio estas ĉi tio? Yeah. Kio estas ĉi tio? What is this thing. What is this thing? Okay. I think that's roughly what it means anyway. Culero, Japan Brassico, tomato, Kier poto, or Caroto. It's a Kier poto.
これはチティオエスタスクイルポータだったり
Chitio estas Kier poto.
よくできました。
よくできました。
最後キオエスタスチティオ
Last, Kio estas Chitio. What is this? Now, this is either a trick question or a suquero. Caroto, suquero, terpomo, brasico, or cuir tranquilo. Cuir tranquilo. It is suquero. Sweet.
これはチティオエスタススケロだったりトレボーネ
Do you know why I know that it was Suquero? Because the makers of the game are called Suquero Sparrow, and I believe it just means some kind of sweet fish taiyaki thing.
ラフィーナシュトゥポ
La fina stupo.
ユリアモって質問します
Questions in Juliamo.
Ĉu oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado?
Ĉu oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado? Okay, if I were written right now, I would be like, what the smeg are you talking about? Because I would never understand that. However, because of the subtitles, I can say, Ĉu oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado? Can you use it for cooking? Aye.
oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado.
Oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado. Yes.
Oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado, ĉu ne?
Okay. So, does Esperanto have double negatives? I don't know. Oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado, ĉu ne?
Oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado.
Yes, okay, apparently it does have
Ĉu
double
ĉi
negatives.
tio estas manĝaĵo?
Ĉu ĉi tio estas manĝaĵo? Can you, is this food? Onions. Yes.
Ĉi tio estas manĝaĵo.
Ĉi tio estas manĝaĵo.
Ĉu ĉi tio estas legomo?
Ĉi tio estas legomo. If you try hard enough.
Ĉi tio ne estas legomo.
Ĉi tio ne estas legomo. Ĉi tio ne estas legomo. This is not a vegetable. Fork.
Ĉu ĉi tio estas manĝilo?
Once again, I have never heard the word tableware. Mangiolo. Ĉu ĉi tio estas mangiolo? Is this tableware? Yes. Forko.
Ĉi tio estas manĝilo.
Yes, this is tableware.
訳見ないで答えください。
Please answer without looking at the translation.
Ĉu oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado?
Ĉu oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado? Can you use this to cook? I think. Yes.
Oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado. Oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado, ĉu ne?
Oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado, ĉu ne? You can use this to cook, right? Okay, here is where my internal translation thing goes haywire, because that's how I translated that. You can use this to cook, right? Can you know? Oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado, ĉu ne? You can use this to cook, right? So, now I don't know if kuirado means cookware or if it means you can use it to cook. So I'm going to answer yes.
Oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado.
Oni uzas ĉi tion por kuirado. Yes. Okay, cool.
Ĉu ĉi tio estas manĝaĵo?
Can you eat this? Ĉu Chu chi tío estas manchado. Ne.
Chi tío ne estas manchado.
Chi tío ne estas manchado. Chi tío ne estas manchado. Chi tío, this, ne estas manchado. This is not edible.
Chu chi tío estas legomo?
Chi tío estas legomo. Is this a vegetable? No. It is a
Chi
bat.
tío ne estas legomo.
Albeit, if you cook it well enough, it might be.
Chu chi tío estas manjiro?
Chi estas manjilo. Is this tableware? I think that manjilo is tableware. So I'm going to say yes and hope for the
Chi tío
best.
estas manjiro.
Chi tío estas manjilo. Yes.
ここまでです。
That's all for now. Did I pass? Holy Svega passed.
Bene, perfecte.
Rin perfecte. Perfect. That was. That is. It's starting to get tricky though. Study with drawings unlocked.
じゃあ、ルカ、おやすみ。ボーナンノクトン。
Alright, Ruka, good night. Bonan Nocton.
おやすみ、リン。
Good night, Rin. The lights in the living room went out, and Ruka headed towards her bedroom. I absently watched her leave before throwing myself across the sofa with a gentle sigh.
今日は結構いろいろと覚えたよね。
She learned a lot today. Study session that I had expected to start right after breakfast. It hadn't actually gotten underway until later in the afternoon. I thought it'd be simple since it just started off as memorising words from pictures. They ended up being pretty hard. I knew I should have remembered them, but over time I couldn't tell which one word from another. Over and over I'd think, which was which again? I felt like I'd been really working my brain lately. In spite of it all, I didn't feel bitter about it. All I could think was, studying is fun. Well, good for you! With Ruka as my tutor, I would probably wind up smart enough to get a famous school, no problem. Oh, maybe, just not a linguistic one. Even so, if I kept learning things at this time, I'd be able to make at least minimal conversation in no time.
とか、気を抜くとダメなんだよな。
So I can't lose focus. I decided to use the time before I went to bed for reviewing my grammar. 01. The simplest structure. XX is YY. Chu. Interrogative. Is chu a declarative sentence question with yes or no answer? Okay. Chu is just a yes or no answer sentence. Okay. This sentence begins with chu and ends in question mark, which means you expect a yes/nay answer. In response, Vi estas visitanto. You are a visitor. Chu vi estas visitanto. Are you a visitor? Then I figured I was probably understood. But deciding to check back in just to make sure. Chu ne, right? Vi estas visitanto. You are a visitor. Vi estas visitanto, chu ne? You're a visitor, or you know. Turns out to be a different way of asking.
まだ使い分けられる自信はないけど、その時が来たら。
I'm still no confident I can use it right, but when the time comes, I was sure I'd get by somehow. The next section on questions that couldn't be answered with yes or nay, the key series looked harder. Kia, what kind? Kie, where? I'm also doing sign language hand gestures to help me remember. Kyo, what? There were a number of other keywords. Yeah, there was no way I could memorise them all. For now, I just remember the special phrase Ruka used.
キオエスタスチ Tio?
Que estas tio? What is this? I would just think of it as like the simple English phrase, what's this? So I wouldn't forget. As long as I had this in my pocket, I'd be invincible. Or not, but at least I'd have a chance of making conversation with people other than Ruka. For instance, when I was shopping, even if I couldn't spell it, if I could just imitate the pronunciation, I'd get by somehow.
私今何考えてたっけ
Huh. What was I thinking about again? Had I drifted off for a second? Oh yeah, something like I'd get by somehow. Positive. I've been thinking positive. If nothing else, I'd be able to communicate. If I said something a little off, I'd probably be embarrassed. Even so, I had to try.
だよね、ルカ。
Right, Ruka? Eh? I felt the close, warm presence of a girl who shouldn't have been there. She felt close enough to make me think she was sleeping right next to me. It was probably, definitely, just a dream. She'd gone back to her room after all. There was no way she could be with me.
これってなんて言うんだっけ
What's going on? I had a habit of lucid dreaming. In these situations, couldn't I make things go however I wanted? If that was the case, I decided I wouldn't even move a muscle.
いい匂い。
She smells nice. Smelling in a dream, something that even I can't do, and I have the most vivid fear. I could get by normally, like I always had.
これまで通りって
Like I always have. My past wasn't in this world. Would my future be in this world? And before I asked that, was my presence real? Was my present real? What if I had died when I fell back in the shopping district? And this was where I ended up? Yeah, isekai.
死後の世界
In the afterlife. What if that were true? Was I a spirit? Or for that matter, was this girl too? No matter how you looked at it, Ruka and I weren't the same. It would make more sense if I were a lost spirit and she were a guardian angel.
そうか天国に着いたのか
Yeah, maybe I end up in heaven. Don't know if I'd accomplished much during my short life, but God had apparently led me here. This was some serious special treatment. Smeg, yeah, I was super lucky. Thinking of it like that, a peaceful future wouldn't be possible. If I were dead, there was nothing more I could do. Unless I could come back to life. Is this something I could accomplish myself? Would I have to pass some kind of test first? If the rules were as simple as getting another go at things for being a good person, then even I might stand a chance. But if that were the case, how long would I have to wait? What if I wasn't allowed to go back until a really long time had passed, when my mum and my dad and everybody would have already forgotten me? What if it went beyond being forgotten, and I was resurrected at a time when not a single person even knew I had lived? There wouldn't be much difference in things right now. No, I couldn't even be sure that no one would know about me. Even I couldn't be sure that no one would know about me. Well, that's right, reincarnation. A brand new future, totally unconnected to the past. Could show off a whole new life, you, me, in a world without ties.
ボーネボーネ
Bonnie, Bonnie, good, good. That sounded nice. I was really looking forward to it. What kind of girl would I be? Or maybe I could be a boy. Wait, what if I could choose my sex? Well, I'd just assume the best case scenario where I could choose whatever I wanted.
生まれるなら
If I were to be reborn, I'd probably want to stay in Japan. And from
あれ
parents,
なんだなんで
how come? I was assuming I could pick whatever I wanted, right? So then how come? Even in my imagination, even in my visions, even in my fantasies, in all of them,
お父さん
da, ma. Why were their familiar faces all I could think about? Because maybe I couldn't go back, because looking back was pointless, because all I could do was move forward, because I wanted to stay positive. Even in my dreams, I couldn't decide what I wanted.
リン
And suddenly, I thought I'd heard someone say my name, and looked over. Ruka was there.
お父さんお母さん
Da, ma. She's
さ
copying
れ
me.
ちゃった
How
恥ず
embarrassing.
かしいなもう
I never imagined someone could mimic another person in their sleep.
内緒だよ今のはって夢だからいいのか
Let's just keep it a secret. Well, it's just a dream anyway. There wasn't any need to ask her to keep it to herself. As long as the real Ruka doesn't know anything about it, there wouldn't be any problem.
パパママ
Papa, Mama. Her voice is
か
so
わ
cute.
いい呼び方だな
I was just about to stroke her head when I noticed. Back of my hand was wet. My cheek was wet too. Could I have been crying? One unusual, have sensations this realistic.
まさかこれ夢じゃなくて
Don't tell me this isn't a dream. Was this real? If that were the case, then Ruka beside me was also real. That couldn't be. I'd definitely seen Ruka go into her room before I went to sleep. I heard her say good night with my own ears. Wait a minute. What if I'd already been dreaming at that point? I wasn't sure. I couldn't be sure of anything now. What if the boundary was even further back and this whole lost in a parallel dimension thing was all a dream? I'd had the same thought back at the park. That was when I stopped thinking this was all impossible. But the truth was, I was more doubtful than ever. If I kept on doubting, I might wake up
平
and...
気だからリン心配しないで
It's fine, Rin. No worry.
かこのタイミングでそんなこと言わないで
This is the worst possible tell me something like that. Don't know anything, so I was just trying to escape by denying everything. But with Ruka snuggled close like this, there was nowhere I could go.
見れるのユリアモン
Mi lernu Juliamon.
ルカはすごいよね初めて会った時は日本語ちょっとわかりますみたいな話だったけど
Ruka's incredible. The first time we met, she told me she only knew a little Japanese. But whenever I would freeze up here in Juliamo, she would immediately switch languages and explain things to me clearly. The truth was, she was much better at Japanese than me. Was she holding back in front of me, making her speech sound stilted on purpose? She wasn't the kind of girl to put on an act like that. She treated everything very seriously. Could you really live up to her expectations? Okay, right. I don't know if this is the trap or not, but I'm going to have to pick I'm trying my hardest. Right, because there is something I have learned as a person going through somewhat of a mental difficulty, and that is that sometimes self-confidence is necessary. Like, as much as I want to be humble at all times, right, and be like, no, I'm always learning, I always have to improve, I'm saying, I'm never good enough, and I've got to keep trying. It's actually really bad for your mental health, I've found. So I actually have to say, no, I'm trying my hardest. I'm doing well. You have to have some self-confidence thoughts like that, or else it will consume you, you know?
頑張っているよ。
I'm trying my hardest. I was already seeing improvement from today's study session, so that gave me a little confidence. But complacency and negligence go hand in hand, yeah?
ごめんね、ルカ。
I'm sorry, Ruka. Starting tomorrow, I'd push myself even harder. Right now, I was just going to leave things like this. The warmth coming from Ruka was keeping me afloat right now. End of chapter. Oh, it's already afternoon. I know that feel. The same thing happened yesterday when Ruka and I studied together, but when I absently glanced at the clock, I was shocked to see how much time had passed, even more than I thought.
部屋の掃除は一通り済ませたから、そろそろ次の段階へ計画を進めてみようか。
I've just about finished cleaning, so it's about time to move forward and we want to level up. I promptly got everything ready. Change of clothes, check. Wallet, check. Notebook, check. And at long last I knew the spellings of pardonu and pardonen, and what's more, I knew the difference. I don't. Saying pardonu, sorry, forgive me, and pardonon, sorry, beg your pardon. What is it saying? Pardonon? What? Pardonu was like a light-hearted, sorry, my bad. And pardonen was slightly more nuanced, maybe? One bad apology had the potential to irrevocably change my life, so I had to be careful.
よし、行くぞ。
Alright, let's go. I had until Ruka got back. I was going to surprise her by getting all of the necessary ingredients and having dinner ready by then. This meant I didn't have any time to waste. I slipped my shoes on and dashed outside.
さーてと、どこへ向かおうかな。
Now then, where should I head to? The easiest target was the station, just a 5-minute walk away. Going by how things were in my old world, the store I had in mind should be on the building's first floor. Apologies, it's like 12:30.
ああ、予想通りだ。
Just as I expected. The entrance was in a slightly different place, but what I saw what I wanted just on the other side of the sliding glass doors. A supermarket. It's pretty big, so as long as there was some sort of grocery section, I should be able to get everything I need. As for what to buy, I would have to look at it first hand before deciding. Sorry, for a minute there I thought the swinging piano was slightly out of tune. With that thought in mind, I went through the automatic sliding doors, but stopped in my tracks as soon as I picked up a basket. This was definitely a place for shopping. I mean, yeah, but I've got a feeling there was a critical flaw in my plan. Just like at the bookshop the other day, my heart wasn't set on shopping. I'd also have to have a conversation with the store clerk. Once I paid at the register, I'd be able to say anything. I would be lucky to say anything more than a dank on, which, to be honest, is all you really need.
商店街の方がいいね。
Okay, the shopping district will be better. I wouldn't be able to get everything in one stop, so I'd have to visit each of the shops one by one. If I were out for anything I needed, I could always come back here. Gently returned the basket and headed outside.
よし。じゃあ、気合い入れていこう。
Alright, let's do this! Today's goal was to initiate a conversation, even if I could only manage a few words. I had to retain what I learned yesterday by using it while it was still fresh in my mind.
さてと、どんな食材を買おうかな。
Now then, what kind of ingredients should I buy? More importantly, you know, would that be interesting, a sort of I'm just like cooking mama, but in Esperanto. And you got to buy the ingredients. So you got to be able to learn thingy. I don't know. First, I had to think about what sort of dinner I was going to make. I should start by excluding anything we'd had recently. Next step would be to rule out anything too complicated.
なんか一通り食べたような気がする。
Seems like we've already eaten a pretty broad variety. Sandwiches, grilled fish, fried rice, omurice, mixed to Japanese, Chinese, Western cuisine made for a fairly broad repertoire. Was there anything we hadn't hit yet?
思いつかん。
Can't think of anything, but I
終
can't
わる
do
わけ
it
に
now.
はいかないから。
Okay, right, yeah, to all of those. What we usually have, right, we got burgers. Speaking, burgers are usually a pretty easy thing to get ingredients for. We can have Taco Bell. If you get wraps, tomatoes, lettuce, onion, some beef, and a little bit of cheese, you mix it together along with some spices. And I can't remember off the top of my head what those spices are, but Sving in Scotland, man, 42069, he knows. Decided to change up my thinking. Instead of coming up with a dish, started by looking for ingredients I wanted to eat.
ああ、白菜食べたいかな。
I think I'd like to have pan brasico. Why Napa cabbage? Wasn't like I loved it or anything. Was it because I saw it during yesterday's study session? But if that's why, there'd also been lettuce and cabbage. Tutto and brasico.
まあいいや。とにかく白菜を基準にしよう。
Well, whatever, I can work with Napa cabbage. Unfortunately, in my head, what is made of Napa cabbage? Kimchi. That's about it. Yeah, exactly. Napa cabbage made me think, well, what? Kimchi? Not only did I not know how to make it, there was not enough time to make before dinner to make anything pickled. In that case, was there anything to use Napa cabbage as the main ingredient?
すごい。何にも思いつかない。
Great, I can't think of anything. Just how difficult of an ingredient had I picked for myself. Is there anything else I could rule out? No, I could spend forever like that and still not settle on anything. I wouldn't be able to do it. I probably wouldn't be able to do anything right in the next ingredient I'd thought of either. My level of cooking experience was pathetic. That meant my repertoire was equally pathetic.
こんなことならもっとお母さんに教わっておくんだった。
Really should have learned more from my mum. I know that feel. It was too late for that now though, so all I could think of was to keep an open mind for the future. What if I gave up worrying about individual ingredients and went with combinations? Some kind of dish with a mix of various vegetables.
ああ、野菜炒めとか？
Like stir-fried vegetables. For seasoning, I'd need salt, pepper, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce. That all sounded good. Even I could muddle my way through with a frying pan pato.
決まり決まり。ってことは、八百屋さんを探そう。
Right, I've got it now. Now to find a produce store. Can make heads or tails of the sign. So for now, I was just going to check out the storefronts. But after searching the shopping district up and down, I didn't see anything that looked like a produce store. I don't even know what a produce store is. That was troubling. At this rate, I'd have no choice but to go back to the supermarket.
あるある。確かあそこにあったよ。
Oh, there, I found it, right over there. It was on the street I'd passed through often back in my world. I vaguely remember spotting it on the day when I ran all over looking for my home.
ナイス私。
Yeah. The perfect produce store wasn't. The perfect produce store it wasn't, but at least they seemed to have some vegetables. Temo 800. Yeah. Alright, today I'm going to try and start a conversation with the store clerk.
Bonantagon.
Bonantagon!
Bombeno. Chumi Pubas help you, Albi?
Buongiorno, ci vi povas help you, Elvie?
はいどうも
Yeah, yes, please. She responded without hesitation. I just nodded, vaguely understand what she meant. Since didn't need to break her straight at all, and the store clerk kept talking with a smile on her face.
Ĉu vi vekiĝis tuj antaŭ kelkaj minutoj?
Ĉu vi vektiĝis tuj antaŭ kelkaj minutoj? What? Trying to keep the conversation going without any further understanding what she said was too risky.
そうだこれ
I figured it was best in this situation to just show my identification card right off the bat.
Vi estas vizitanto. Pro tio mi ne memoras vin. Pardonon.
Oh, vi estas visitanto, pro tio mi ne memoras vin. Pardonon. Yeah, you're a visitor. I don't remember. Sorry.
先にパルドーノを使われた
Yeah, she said pardon before I could. I mean, it's like it's clue I should have apologising, but at least I was relieved that she understood that I was a visitor.
そうですパルドーノ
That's right, pardon. I figured that's probably going to be an annoyance to this foreigner, so I went ahead and apologized.
Kiam vi venis al tiu ĉi mondo?
Kiam vi venis al tiu ĉi mondo? What? When you something al tiu ĉi mondo? What?
キアム
When
は
is when?
いつって何を聞かれているのかな
Kiam was when, so was she asking me? I could understand some of the words, so I couldn't make a meaningful sentence out of it.
Mi comprenas. Do vi ankoraŭ ne estas korespondanto?
Mi comprenas. I understand. Do vi ankoraŭ ne estas correspondanto? You aren't a correspondent? She was kind enough to speak slowly, but she was still incomprehensible to me. I think that correspondanto is what interpreter. I wish I'd studied more before accepting this challenge. Then we might be able to have a more fruitful conversation.
Fraŭlino, ĉu vi scias kio estas tiu ĉi?
Fraŭlino, girl, ĉu vi scias kio estas tio ĉi? Do you something? What is this? Do you...
それって昨日習ったこれなんですかですよね
That's what I learned yesterday. What is this, right? Crap. It's not like this woman would have any idea what we studied yesterday. I'd explain somehow, so I thought as I flapped my hands nervously. Then I noticed something. The store clerk had taken a daikon in her hand.
大根
Not learned
Tio
daikon.
estas nomo en malnova tempo. Tio ĉi estas rafano.
This is a rafano. That I can tell. So a daikon's a rafano. A radish is a rafano. Tio estas nomo en Malnova Temple. This is named in in old times. I don't know. Tio Chi. We could be saying Chi Tio.
どっちの順番が正しいんだろう
Which order is right? Well, as long as the other person understood. Anyway, I could understand she was saying this is a Rafano. In that case, I would ask, what if I worked up the courage to ask her a question?
これチュチティオエスタスカロトだったり
Here, Chuchi Tio estas caroto, would it? Is this a carrot? I asked using Ruka's Chutio.
Yes!
Yes.
ティオエスタスカロト
Yes, Tio estas caroto.
じゃあこれチュチティオエスタストマト
And this Chuchi Tio estas tomato.
Yes!
Yes. I was rude to be asking clerk these basic questions. I was a little worried, but I was so thrilled to establish communication I kept asking anyway.
だったらこのごぼうはキオエスタスチテ Chiteo?
In that case, it's burdock. I don't even know what burdock is. Kio estas chiteo.
Tio estas lapo.
Tio estas lapo. Burdock is lapo. What's burdock? I understood with my ears without having to see it written. I don't understand with my eyes! I was just thinking, just as I was thinking we should keep going, I spotted a cabbage and a Napa cabbage next to the daikon. I was pretty sure those two had similar names in Juliamo. That's right, I remembered the Napa cabbage name stood out to me in my study lesson with Ruka. This is a perfect opportunity to ask an expert about it.
Chiteo estas Japan Brasico で、こっちが Chiteo estas Brasico ですよね。
Chiteo estas Japan Brasico? And this one, Chiteo estas Brasico. Chine? The phrasing of the question is really in the essay, but apparently she understood it. She gave me a huge nod.
その、Japan って日本って意味ですか？
So, is that Japan the same as Japan?
S?
Eh? She cocked her head to the side. She probably don't understand because 90% of the question was in Japanese.
Japan Brasico, Onifaris el Brasico, Perspepri Bonigo, do ili estas parentoj.
Japan Brasico, Onifaris el Brasico per spec plibonigo, do ili estas parentoj. What? The sreg.
Japan Brasico estas unu speco de brasikoj.
Japan Brasico estas una speco de brasikoj. Japan Brasico is a special type of brasikoj. The store clerk held them up in front of me, the cabbage in the right hand and the Napa cabbage in her left. She asked me to choose one?
Japan...
In that case, I'd say...
白菜。Japan Brasico かな？
Japan Brasico. Pointed to the one that first came to mind.
Ĉu vi volas aĉeti?
Ĉu vi volas aĉeti? Do you want to buy it? I could tell she's asking me some sort of question. With the critical word, aĉeti, which is buy, was a mystery to me. I thought we learned that earlier. Actually, I could just say, I don't understand in these situations. Mine comprenas? Pardona, mine comprenas.
わかりませんが、わかりません。
Pardona, I don't seem to understand how to say I don't understand. I figured it was probably an S something, but unfortunately for me, I didn't know the key component. Comprenas.
Bedaurinde.
Bedaurinde. What? She did a disappointed look at front. Was she frustrated? Or was there some kind of major misunderstanding?
違うんです。ねえ、私、白菜好きです。
I really like Napa cabbage. I could use in this situation some body language. I plucked the Napa cabbage and made a show of carefully rubbing it against my cheek.
Kion tio signifas?
Kion signifas? I don't know. Her gaze went back from the cabbage to the Napa cabbage and went back again. She was wondering if I didn't like that one. I don't want to forget that. I handed the Napa cabbage and took the cabbage instead of making the little dresser.
私、キャベツ、ブラシコも大好きです。
No, I like cabbage, Brasico too. I don't understand how much I like my vegetables now. How did this happen? As I got back to Ruka's apartment, I thought again to myself, just how many vegetables did I buy? This was my fate. I caused my nodding each time something was recommended to me and never refusing. And even when halfway through this, the woman responded with something like, "Are you sure about this?" My Visitanto discount brought the total price down at checkout, and she threw in some tofu as a bonus, so it wasn't all that bad. Problem was, I had no idea what sort of dish I could make from all these ingredients.
白菜をはじめに、キャベツ、人参、長ネギ、じゃがいも。
I got cabbage, I got Napa cabbage, I got carrots, I got negi, and I got potatoes. Tatties. Daikon, Rafano, Lapo, burdock. I looked between Ruka's notebook and her seat, making notes of the spellings of each successfully decoded new entry.
こうやって地味に覚えていくのがいいのかな。
I wonder if it's alright to take such a lax approach to learning this stuff. All I'd written down were the names of food items.
まあそれはそれとしてですよ。
Well, I'll worry about that later. More important thing was to make something that could use all of the ingredients that I bought. I guess I could make a stir fry like I planned all along, but with so much, well, there was no reason to use all of them, I guess. But I feel if I used a little of each, the leftovers wouldn't all fit in the fridge. There probably wasn't any single recipe where I could use them all up at once either.
いや、あるぞ。
Wait, yes there is. Of course, Navi. I could throw them all in the stew pot. Don't you need meat for a stew as well, though? I guess you have vegetable stew.
おかえり。
Oh well, welcome home.
De kie venas ĉi tiu odoro?
De kie venas ĉi tiu odoro? What? What is that? Where is that smell coming from? I clasped my hands tightly together, watching Ruka sniff the air as she entered the room. I'd just barely finished in time.
ねえねえ、見て見て、これこれ。
Hey, look at this. Here.
Argil caserolo? Giuvere?
Argil casserolo. Civere. Argil casserolo. Casserolo. Casserole. Argil casserolo. Argil casserolo. Sorry, in my mind I'm just reading that as Argyle casserole. Argyle casserolo. Civere. Felt great. Tried when Ruka pointed in shock to the clay pot on the stove.
棚にあったから借りたよ。やっぱり日本人としては土鍋で食べたいからさ。あ、ご飯も炊いてあるよ。だからルカは座って待つだけ。
It was just sitting on the shelf, so I helped myself. Being Japanese, I was really craving some nabe. Oh, and I made some rice too. Just have a seat, I'll be right with you.
私、手伝い。
I'll help.
いいのいいの。今日は私に全部任せて。
It's fine. Just leave everything to me today. I urged her from behind, and she kept looking back before placing both hands on my hips. I stood in the kitchen as I claimed as my own, snorting a triumph into the air. She seemed a little concerned, looking over her shoulder one more time as she went into her room. After she changed clothes and came back, though, she had a little smile, humming her way to the table.
じゃあ少し待ってて。すぐに準備するから。
Okay, just wait right there. I'll be ready in just a sec. Now for the pot holders, but first the trivet. Or wait, that other thing, the tabletop burner. What? Where was it? Where? Where?
ということで、大変お待たせしました。
I thank you kindly for your patience. After somehow getting the table fully set, I took my seat across from Ruka. At this point, I'd only ever helped clear the table. Now, I'd finally managed to get everything set up from start to finish. There was certainly an indication of incredible growth, right?
では、いつものように、ルカの号令で。
Now, as always, Ruka, give the command.
Guten Appetit.
Guten Appetit.
いただきます。
Itadakimasu. I sent a boiled vegetable steamed out pot. Served up Ruka's portion first. Crap, I just realised I didn't know what she liked or disliked. I just decided to give her a little for now and let her help herself
軽
afterwards.
くお揃いにしてと。
Just a little bit of everything. Dishing up portions for both of us, I took my seat again and we caught each other's eye. I wasn't sure if she was trying to be polite, but she just sat there, stiffly, with the chopsticks in her hand.
私のことは気にせず、食べてみて。
Don't worry about me, go ahead and try it. She nodded slightly, with great care, picked up the small dish and brought it to her mouth. She started a sip of broth. Ha! After that mistake, she began to blow on it, little tears at the corner of her eyes. Sorry, Ruka. I felt like I should apologise for thinking just how cute she looked then. So, what was the verdict?
Maldensa gusto. Bone.
Maldensa gusto. Bonne. After a slight pause, she smiled. I heard Bonnie, so she thought it wasn't bad, right?
問題はこの後だ。
Real test is up ahead. Reaching one of the thickly cut carrots with her chopsticks, so I just kept watching until she finished eating it.
La caroto estas iom malmola tamen ne gravas.
La carota estas iom malmola tamen negravas. I see negravas. In that case, wait. Saying that in this situation meant there was a problem, right? No matter how much I thought about it, this meant I'd gotten a failing grade, did it? I hurriedly reached for my own dish, but I had any broth, so I quickly got a spoonful, scooped up a spoonful. Now, how was it?
油断した。
That was stupid of me. Glanced over at Lucas just to see a slight smile at the corner of her lips, which kinda irritated me.
リン、かわいい。
Rin kawaii. I had no clue what she was talking about. Anyway, I could deal with a little third degree burn. I just had to hurry up and see how it tasted.
これは微妙。
This is not very good, since a flat, bland, very noticeable hint of flavour that might not have been there, even been there. This is why you add stock to it. Wasn't awful, wasn't good either. Tasted completely different from how I'd imagined, but why? Hadn't my mum taught me not to bother with recipes? Maybe I shouldn't have been so timid with the salt. I was trying to make it too healthy. Why didn't I taste it while I was making it? Yeah, best tip you can give. Taste it while you make it. Tried carrots too, and realised they were still undercooked. These were just simple boiled vegetables and nothing more. Rick hadn't even complained. Shouldn't even finish the bowl. If I was going to stop her, I'd do it now.
ルカ、ごめん。これは私が責任持って食べるよ。今から作り直すのも大変だし、食べたいものを言ってくれたらスーパーまでひとっ走りしてもっていうか走らせて。
I'm sorry, I'll finish the rest of this. It's too much trouble making now again. So if you're telling me what you want to eat, I can run down to the supermarket. I mean, please let me. Clasp my hands, pleading. We still had rice, as long as we had something to go with it, we should be alright. I should at least be true to my word, so I quickly shoveled the rest of the serving into my mouth and set my chopsticks down. Ruka looked like she was deep in thought for a moment before quickly rising from her seat.
私、手伝いします。
I'll help you. No,
い
that's
や買い物ぐらい一人でもできるから。
at least managed to shopping on my own. With my wallet in my hand, pointing to the door, made gesture swinging both arms like I was running. But Ruka just tilted her head to the side with a super serious look on her face, head to the kitchen, poured a small amount of water into a pot, which she placed on the stove. What on earth was she planning?
リン、待つ。
Rin, just wait a
少し
little.
待つ。
The water came to a boil, and she dropped in what looked like a yellow sugar cube. Stock! Exactly, I knew 100% what exactly she had been missing. It was friggin' stock. Then a scent I'd smelled somewhere before wafted through the air. Ruka turned off the heat, and with a small spoon I tasted it, after I had a touch of salt. She took something out of the fridge.
あれは
That's pork.
豚肉と。
A tiny mandarin orange. No, a yuzu.
違う、柚子だ。
I've only seen one of those once. That's right, I forgot she had that. Let's make that go shopping without checking to see what's already in the fridge.
ダメすぎるでしょ。私。
I'm still useless. Know that feel. Ruka returned to the table, a small pot in her hand, and added its contents to the nappy pot. She used the cooking chopsticks to gently stir the pot and created a space in the middle of the vegetables, which she added to pork, and more pork, and more pork, until it was packed full. Then she had a staring contest with the pot for a while. She skimmed the scum that floated to the surface before quickly squeezing the yuzu into the broth. Whew. It was the completion of her duty that had cut off red attention. All I could do was sit in awe of her skill. At this rate, I was ready to resign myself to a role of eater in the house. I know that feel too well.
Bonvolu provi mangi, mi petas.
Bonvolu provi mangi, mi petas.
取ります。私にお任せあれ。
Right, I'll take care of it, please let me. You can at least leave the menial task to me, master. And so, apologised to my head, I filled her a bowl a second time. Tried poking one of the carrots with the cooking chopsticks and I noticed they seemed softer than a while ago. I felt something lurking at the bottom, or found the potatoes that I'd forgotten I'd even put in. What about these guys? Were they soft enough to skewer or not? They seemed like they were a little raw in the middle, so I decided to pass for now.
どうぞお代官様、こちらが今差し出せる年貢のすべてです。お豆腐も入れておきましたので、何卒これで。
Please help yourself, my lady. I have here a tribute for the entire year. I've even put in tofu, so please, by all means. I figured she wouldn't have any idea what I was saying, but I hope she'll at least understand I was humbled before her.
Dankon, Lin. Vian portion, mi metu en vian tason.
Dankon, Rin. Vian portion mi metu en vian tason. Thank you, Rin. Your portion mi metu en vian. I don't even. Huh, why was she taking my dish? I'd planned to serve myself, but Ruka was doing it for me. She even made sure I got at least one of everything. I wanted to cry when she even included the potatoes. Nothing escaped her, hiding under the nap cabbage.
改めていただきます。
There we go again, thanks for the food. Knew Ruka wouldn't have made any mistakes. I sipped the broth. What the? Nothing looked too different from before, but the flavour had completely changed. Do you not know what stock is? The seasoning was just right for bringing out the sweetness of the vegetables, and the trace amount of fat from the meat tied it together perfectly. Oh yeah, pork. Pork, yeah, of course. You add the meat, and you add the stock, and everything tastes nice. Plus, there was something else I couldn't quite put my finger on, which made my first attempt seem like plain hot water by comparison. It's called stock! Oh, what is this?
なんだこれ。じゃがいもも硬さが気にならないぐらい美味しいし。
Hey, you feel the hardness of the potatoes.
Pomo? Uncle me.
Turpomo and Calmi also.
ちょっと待って。じゃがいもストップ。ほんともう少し待って。
Hold on a second, no potatoes yet. Give them just a little longer. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound so harsh. I just hated that I didn't have the words to explain.
じゃがいも
Jagai.
テルポモ
Turpomo.
日本語の話？そう、これはじゃがいも。なんかじゃがいもって面白い。それだとさつまいもはさつまいもになるのかな？
I don't even know if I'm getting that properly in the Japanese. It's the potato. And the way that you say it's kind of funny. I bet you say satsuma potato is satsuma potato. I believe it was potatoes potato or something. I don't know. Yeah, that.
さつまいもはさつまの芋だからさつまいもなの。で、じゃがいもも同じように考えるとじゃがの芋になるのね。
I'm still what? Well, a satsuma potato is a potato from Satsuma. That's why it's called a satsuma potato. Satsuma imo. But if you think of potato in the same way, it'd be a potato from Jaga, a Jaga imo. But in my head, I was thinking, what's the size of Jaga? Is the name of a country somewhere? What? That? I think I was confusing her even more.
基本的にこれは芋なの。芋。
Emo. うん。で
ね、芋にも種類があって、これはじゃがいも、ティオじゃがいもって感じ。じゃがいも。
Different kinds of potatoes. This is a white potato, a jagaimo. Chitio, white potato or something. White potato.
じゃがいも。
Jagaimo.
で、他にも芋がいっぱいあるの。さつまいも。
Stop trying to explain it. You've lost the joke has stopped working ages ago.
さつまいも。
Satsumaimo.
里芋。里芋。
Country potato. Country tatty.
里芋。
Satoimo.
山芋。山芋。
Yamaimo.
山芋。
So cute. I couldn't really realise. But the more I was repeating me, the more I saw her repeating me, the more it excited me. What other potatoes? What other kind of potatoes were there? I wanted to keep her repeating after me.
って私は変態か Yes, yes.
I blurted it out without thinking, and she confirmed that I really wish she denied it. It wasn't like I wanted to keep teasing her. It was just, our roles are usually reversed, so I wanted to revel in being the teacher for a while.
あのねルカ、あれどこに
Hey, Virko, where'd she go?
リン、これ
Rin,
見て
look at this. I turned round to find that Ruka had gone over at the fridge at some point. The object she was pointing to in her hand was
それリンゴ
Pomo?
ユリアーモだと
Is that an apple? In Juliamo.
Chitio estas pomo
Chitio estas pomo. This is an apple.
ポモ
Pomo.
Pomo?
Pomo. I had heard that word
じゃ
before.
がいも
Jagaimo.
テルポーモ
Der pomo.
ああテルポーモってテルポーモか
Oh, terpomo. And as in that terpomo. So then, apple was pomo, and tati is terpomo. Wait, that means
じゃがいもってリンゴだったの
that potato was an apple? And I think we will call it there for today as we pomme de terre this Smeagol thing.
なんか最近いつも前日のことを思い出して
セ
セーブしますよ
Alright, so what have we learned today? Well, hopefully one day I will remember what we have learned today. Vitayo Smeagol. I don't even remember what Smeagol Negi was again. Smeagol. Yeah, Smeagol. Straight up. My memory for this game is now gone immediately. Is immediately being forgotten from my brain. A seppo is an onion. That I remember. And queer. Nah, I don't remember that. I just know that means something to do with kitchen. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed me trying to learn Esperanto. It really does remind me of the first day I used this thing in Duolingo, where I whizzed past everything in the Smeagol tree, and then it was like, yeah, do I remember any of this? Do I, Smeg? I will see you, and yeah. Well, anyway, I will see